They told me monsters weren't real. They lied. Because the night I turned 18, one came for me. Long broken, like something ancient had awoken in the woods beyond the village. I stood by the window, heart pounding. The trees bent under the wind, but it wasn't a storm that made them shiver. It was him. And he wore a crown of ash and blood. It began with a howl. The Alpha King. No one said his name, not unless they wanted to disappear. "Go to bed, Amber," my aunt called from the next room, but sleep was a stranger that night. And in the dark I felt him, pulling at something inside me I didn't understand. They came at dawn, cloaked in black, on horses as pale as bone. They didn't knock, they took. Every girl who turned 18, including me. "This is a mistake," my aunt screamed. "She's not like the others." But I was already in chains, the metal cold against my skin. We were taken to the mountain castle, cold stone and firelit halls. At the center of it all stood him, the Alpha King. Tall, unsmiling, eyes like thunderclouds. He looked at me like he'd found something he'd been hunting for centuries. "She's the one," he growled, and just like that, my fate was sealed. The ceremony was ancient, older than language. He bit into my shoulder, not out of cruelty but ritual. A mark, glowing silver, bloomed on my skin. My body burned, my blood screamed, but when it was done, I wasn't just human anymore. I was claimed. "You belong to me now," he said, voice low, dangerous. I wanted to run, but I couldn't. Not from him, not from what I was becoming. Days passed, maybe weeks. I wasn't allowed to leave. The castle watched me like a living thing. Doors whispered, shadows moved, but he was always there. In the halls, in my dreams, in the echo of my heartbeat. "You feel it too, don't you?" he asked one night, stepping into the moonlight. I didn't answer, because yes, I felt the pull, the tether between us, the bond that turned my fear into something worse. Desire. "Why me?" I asked. He hesitated. "Because you're not just human. You're descended from the last moon priestess. You carry the blood of queens, and your power, it completes mine." I laughed. "I'm just a girl." "No," he said. "You're the end of my curse." He told me the truth. A curse had bound his soul to the bloodline of the priestesses. Only one girl every 100 years could either destroy or save him. And I was the last. If I rejected the bond, he would die. But if I accepted, I would lose my humanity. The council wanted me dead. "A human mutt," they hissed. "She'll destroy the bloodline." He stood beside me. "She's mine. Touch her and I'll burn this kingdom to ash." But war was already coming. Another pack, rebels, led by his brother, wanted the throne. And to get it, they needed me. Why? Because I wasn't just a mate. I was a weapon. Flames lit the forest, claws against claws, blood on snow. I fought beside him, shifting midair, biting through flesh and bone. But it wasn't enough. His brother found me, cornered, bleeding, human again. "You were never meant to be queen," he sneered. Then a blur of black fur, a roar. The Alpha King ripped him apart, not for the throne, but for me. Victory came at a price. His wounds were deep, magic, poisoned. "Let me go," he whispered. "Break the bond, save yourself." I looked down at him, heart cracking. No. I kissed him and poured every drop of my power into his heart. He lives, so do I, But we're different now. The kingdom bows when I pass, not because I'm his mate, but because I'm their queen. I chose the darkness. I chose him. And I'd choose him again, even if it destroys me. Watch